Hey, what's up? So I'm gonna be leading two new projects for Big Think AI. Once again, Big Think AI, largest AI student organization at UMD, and we have two stuff we do. We teach people about AI concepts like convolutional neural networks, and then we help with like increasing the accessibility of AI. But we also have project-based teams to get people experience in the field. So I'm gonna be leading two of those project-based teams. Um, One's gonna be in the D&D, basically creating like an AI dungeon master, and the other is technically an NDA, so I can't talk too much about it. Some stuff with algorithms, some stuff with 3D. Really cool stuff. I will say though, it's kind of interesting because I've been talking about world models and stuff along those lines, and it does touch a bit. It's tangential, I would say, but less about the actual stuff we're building, and more so, I want to talk about how I want to go about these teams. 'Cause I'm going to be leading both teams. And I think I've gotten some good experience over the past couple of months being a part of a team. So I think first things first, I'm definitely not going to try and do online meetings. I think with COVID, we're able to see like, oh, online meetings allow you to meet at any time, much more flexibility. But I do think that works better for jobs, work, having that hybrid format or just even online format because you have an incentive to show up each time. You're getting paid, right? Worst thing comes to worst. If you don't like the people, if you're having a bad day, if you don't like any of that, you're getting paid, and that's an incentive for you to come each time. With this, like obviously you're getting experience, but that's not enough of a hold really to really get people to show up each time if they start to lose like interest or stuff like that. But I think once you have in-person meetings, not only do you get more familiarity with your team, but you sort of like build a stronger connect. Like you don't want to let them down, but you're also just more interested in like building stuff with them, right? It's like having friends. Like that's the idea, like having friends and co-workers and all of that. So I think I'm definitely gonna do more in-person meetings. um I'm also going to cut off like the BS. To be honest, I think what I do with projects sometimes is that I know something's going to take a lot of time. Like I know something doesn't need to take that lot much time. Like building something now, in 2026, March 23rd, is much easier, especially if it's an MVP. I know it shouldn't take a lot of time, so I'm not really going to go with all the baby steps. It's like, hey, let's do this, or let's do a while loop and all that. I'm like, okay, we're going to actually rush a lot more stuff because I think once you once you have a good hold of the foundation, right, you're able to do much more interesting things. So I'd rather we rush to where the gaps are, where the actual problems are, than wait like a month or two to actually start seeing progress. 'Cause I don't think we need to do that. Um, I'm also not going to worry too much about UI for now. I think UI is a big thing, but I don't want to get too lost in the UI because what I've learned in my personal experience, even less of a project thing, is that really for coding projects, you really just need to have code first, right? It's really hard to visualize or even constantly think about a project when there's nothing tangible for you to go play around with. So I really just want to have code up and running so people can go in their own time and say, hey, I have this idea. Let me work on this. That's another thing I want to do. Also icebreakers. I'm a big fan of icebreakers. I know some people don't like them, but I think icebreakers are a great way to start a meeting. It just makes like it really it really takes you out of whatever you're doing prior to the meeting, right? Like let's say you had like a bad day, you were trying to like do something with like health insurance or whatever, and they're really bad because health insurance and like the whole health industry, um, it's its own thing, right? So like you had a really bad day, but I feel like an icebreaker is like it brings you into the new setting of a meeting with new people, and now your mind shifts to that, right? And especially since it's low stakes, like hey, what's your favorite animal? Or, like if you have like a fictional animal in real life, what would it be? It helps like transition that. So I'm definitely gonna do more icebreakers. And I think having it in person as well also helps because when you have online meetings and you have people who don't know each other, especially at CS majors, they tend to be I suspect less socially savvy or whatever the word is there. It can become very awkward. You have people not really participating as much as they would if they were in an in-person space. And then when it's their turn, you have people actually looking at them so that could prompt them to speak. So I'm definitely gonna try and do that combo with icebreakers and in person. I'm also going to try and do not hangouts per se, but more so celebrations when we reach milestones. I think it's something I want to explore much more. It's not something I've really done. I know with Quantum Apex, the whole plasma thing, I'm trying to get us to have a celebration because we did reach a milestone. So I really do think that can breathe new life into the team and really put it under our sail so it can be move faster. So I really want to try exploring that with this team. It's not something it's a new thing. I think it'd be cool to try. Um, but yeah, I think I'm excited. I think it's gonna be really interesting because these are both these are both projects that I've actually wanted to work on for a while, like AI D&D, the Dungeons and Masters thing. I kid you not, like when I first started getting to the field of AI, I actually think talked about on this project, Project Phillips. Um, an AI Dungeon Master was like one of the first ideas I had because I was really getting into D&D at the time. So I think it's gonna be really cool to try that out. I do think with the actual project itself, I have to go check out what's been done from the prior team because with this project, I'm taking over. It's not like a new project, but I really do think I'm interested in like if I don't know, I don't want to make it a virtual reality thing from the get go. I do think there's some interesting stuff we could do with reimagining Dungeons and Dragons as a game. I also do think. Oh, that's actually a good point. I do think what I will do though is I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's a good idea to go reimagine something they've never actually seen. Like if I've never seen a forest, how can I really reimagine it? Maybe that's true, maybe it's not. But like once you have a good idea of once you understand the fundamental rules, the fundamental experience of something, you have more leeway. You have a better imagination of what actually constitute a good change, right? So I think what I'm going to do with the Dungeons and Dragons project is have like us actually do a quick Dungeons and Dragons session, or maybe it could be something along it. I also don't want to like put too much of a time investment into this. 'Cause I do have other things. I imagine they do as well, but I do think we have to get like a Dungeon and Dragon session going so then people actually understand like what would be something that's useful. How should a AI dungeon master work? Um, but we'll see. I think that's actually a good idea. I just thought about in this meeting. So this not this meeting, this video. This is why I think Project Trips is also a good idea with these videos because like a lot of the stuff I say, I don't think of beforehand. It's really just me generating each word as I say it. So a lot of brainstorming gets done. So I'm going to do that for Dungeons and Dragons. Um, but yeah, we'll see, we'll see. And then the other one, NDA, can't talk about too much. I do think I do think I'm really excited though, because it does touch with world models. I really can't wait to see the work we do. I think it's gonna be much more taking some research papers and applying them, which I think is gonna be a really exciting time to just get people into the field of research and research. How can you quickly skim through a research paper, go through the introduction, abstract, conclusion, results, stuff like that. How can you do it? And how can you extract it? Maybe we can build some like quick pipelines. That's gonna be really awesome. Well, honestly, besides that, I have nothing else I want to say. So actually, that's a lie. Besides, I think one thing I'm also going to do is for the other one, the Vex one, which is more 3D and stuff like that. I do think it's going to be like a bit of a learning curve. I know there was for me. So I think for that one, that's the only one I'm actually going to hold like a workshop just to get everyone on the same page relatively. But yeah, besides that, I have nothing else to say. So have a great day.